I don't have any plan right now because it's just arrived, and then because the market officially start in 15 days, and from here and there we have still another 4 games to play. So I'm really focused on these games, and then we'll see the 21st.
Est-ce qu'il a le droit quand même de s'entraîner avec vous, même si le marché n'est pas ouvert?
Probably today.
OK, il peut.
Yeah, probably.
On va aller à la zone.
Parfait. Encore une fois, on vous demanderait de bien lever votre main qu'on pose une question à Marco Donadel. On va commencer avec Maxime Truman.
Salut Marco. C'est un match sans lendemain. Demain, c'est ton deuxième à la part du CF Montréal. Le premier, c'était à Toronto. Samedi, tu nous as dit qu'il y avait une différence de qualité entre Montréal et Miami sur le terrain. Là, il risque d'avoir une différence de qualité, mais de l'autre côté, c'est Montréal qui a plus de qualité que Hamilton. Comment tu approches ça? Comment tu deals avec ça?
Well, we have to continue our way to play. We realize also against a very good team. No, it's not me that have to say that Miami has more quality. So it's something really also stupid to say. No, it's very clear for the players that have the name, the history. But it doesn't mean that we have to lose. So this sport is amazing. Probably is the most famous sport in the world because also less quality or less important or whatever. Less in shapes or whatever it is at the beginning of the game. We are all 11v11. It's all about it's a lot about desire to show and desire to win and situations and deal with the situation, adapt to situations. And so tomorrow is a game where yes, we have the quality to win, and we need to show that we wanna win. Counting and dealing with all our process with some player back with not 90 minutes and all the situation like we did every game this season, trying to do our best. And I think against Miami we shared something, and at one point it was not enough.
Jean-François Théotonio.
Bonjour Marco, merci de prendre le temps. Est-ce que pour toi, Jonathan Sirois est un titulaire indiscutable au poste de gardien de but? Et est-ce qu'il a la place pour le mettre au défi justement avec un nouveau gardien comme ça?
You know, that I didn't listen very much. I don't understand. Yes.
Je vais répéter. Est-ce que pour toi, Jonathan Sirois est un titulaire indiscutable pour ton équipe, ou bien il y a de la place pour le mettre au défi, pour le challenger?
Okay, yeah. Today and last year and also this year was our keeper, and the job of a coach is to try to use the player that there is in the roster. As much as I can, and with their quality, try to put the best team on the field, and also the best subs to finish the game. Because sometimes the subs are the secret. Also, this one of the most important part of his job. And now Jonathan is the starter, and from the 24th, it will be another keeper on the roster, and we'll see. Starting from there, in my thoughts, not now, not today, but from there, my test is again to try to put the best team on the field, watching, evaluating their quality and what they show during the training and whatever. So it's like a normal thing, like any other player.
Follow-up, Jean-François?
I'm good, merci.
On va aller avec Maxime Truman.
Salut Marco. George Campbell, est-ce qu'il est disponible demain? Je pense qu'il ne s'est pas entraîné hier. Il a joué 45 seulement samedi. Est-ce qu'il est disponible?
Oui. Il est
Désolé, alors j'ai écouté Désolé Marco, je vous ai muté par accident. Si on peut juste... Merci beaucoup.
Oui, non, il est avec nous. Disponible pour jouer.
Sénéco.
Salut Marco, j'espère que ça va bien. Habituellement, les matchs commencent 0-0. Là, il y a un déficit. Est-ce que ça change ton approche du match? Est-ce que tu demandes des choses différentes, ou dans l'idée, on veut faire la même chose et naturellement, on va réussir à combler le retard?
It's a strange situation, no? Because like I said, after Forge and before Forge, these kind of games are games 180 minutes plus overtime. So the first leg we played there, and the second leg is after 1 month and a half. So during this month and a half, I planned a lot of things. So we evaluate new players. New players show qualities. We had some injury, and so it's like when I have a little interview at the end of the first half, with my friend in front here, and then he asked me one question, but now we have 10, 15 questions to answer, but in the end it's always the same game with the same goal. So it's to win, to go further in the semifinal. So we had the time to evaluate them in this process. Of course, they are a good team. They usually play to win, and I don't know if they come here to win because they are already winning 1-0, no? So it's difficult for us. So the difficulty is to adapt at every moment of the game. So it doesn't mean that we are 1-0, we have to push immediately, or maybe yes. So it's kind of really dealing of the different of the games. I remember exactly in Toronto how we lived the second half, the second 45 minutes, not pushing, then tying, and then pushing, try to win it because we had a good momentum, and then going down to 1 and again pushing at the end. So it's really a game where the emotions and to think before to act is much more important than what we are doing. But we are ready. Of course we know Forge, we know their qualities, and we know our qualities, and we are ready to play our game. It's not much to say.
Un dernier follow-up, c'est?
Ouais. C'est un match qui est quand même assez important dans l'objectif d'aller remporter un trophée. Comment as-tu discuté de cette pression auprès de tes joueurs? C'est quelque chose qu'on essaye de pas aborder comme sujet, ou bien on utilise un petit peu ça pour aller chercher un extra de motivation?
Motivation. It's a final. It's a final. If the players doesn't have the motivation or they have the right mindset to play a game like tomorrow, it's better to change order, because for us it's a final, especially in this season where how many times we had this sensation at the end of the game where we play well, but for this little mistake, we lost the points. We are still every time trying to do different things to improve, and tomorrow is a great opportunity to share, but also to go forward in a cup where we want to win. So for us it's a final. We don't talk about motivation because, like I said, it's not logic. It's stupid to talk about motivation for a game like that. It's normal to tonight before to get to sleep to start to think about the game. It's normal to have a bit of butterfly, and because it's an important, super important game for us, where every detail will be important. Every subs, every situation, every set pieces, the first minute, the last minute, the overtime will be important, like every final. So it's the beautiful of this sport is this.
Merci beaucoup pour ton temps, Marco.
Merci, Marco.
Merci beaucoup.
Hi, Joel. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Well, we're going to start with the questions.
Yes, I have a couple of questions for you guys. First of all, welcome back. We haven't seen you in a while. Our first question is about the Gold Cup. You had a chance to be on the pitch, to play in the Gold Cup. How was that experience for you?
Yeah, amazing experience. Very obviously difficult competition to play. Lots of good teams now. I got to play in Vancouver in front of my family and friends, which is amazing. Something I'll remember the rest of my life. So, yeah, that was good. The team, we worked hard. Obviously, a couple of injuries here and there, and things didn't go our way. But overall, it was a great experience.
And to be able to go there, to maybe have a sort of a shift in mentality or change just the atmosphere around you, was that beneficial, you think?
Yeah, I think so. I love playing for my country. So anytime I get a call up, it's really humbling. So, some time away from your team, it's hard too. Mm-hmm. The guys that actually really good job when I was gone, and Ojo was gone, and you want to be playing with your team, but you love your club. You miss the guys, you miss the people, you miss the staff, but sometimes it's nice and to go away from it a little bit, but I'm happy with that.
And now playing in the Canadian Championship, maybe the most important game of the season so far. People that don't really follow closely the sport might think that a CPL team, MLS team should win easily. But what makes Hamilton such a tough opponent? You know, you've had some tough games against them in the past past 4 years. What makes them a tough opponent?
Yeah, I don't think it's just them. I think it's the league. I think it's growing. I think you see the gap getting smaller and smaller every year, and obviously, they've been one of the best teams in the CPL since the very beginning. I got a chance to play them against early in my career, and they still have a lot of the same core. They're very, very well coached. That's why they've had a lot of success in a lot of different tournaments and in the league. So we know what they're about. They have a very, very clear identity. So we do got to be ready to perform tomorrow.
On va aller avec les questions en Zoom.
Pas de questions aujourd'hui?
I do have another one. Yeah, before. Sure. First match, after the game, Marco said that you guys maybe wanted to play a little bit more defensively and conserve energy because you were in such a tough stretch. What's the approach now for tomorrow's game?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit different. We want to see more than kind of our style. Where it's press high, they put some kind of pressure and create chances that way. So we get to see a bit of a different game plan. They both way today, obviously, but yeah, you can have all the tactics in the world, but sometimes the routes are winning, and we have the big bounce about everybody's got to have the same mentality.
Thank you, Joe.
We have a buzzer beater question off the Zoom. City for the front queue.
Very sorry, Joe. I was not ready. I was thinking, it's not every game that you start with a deficit. How does that change your approach for this game? The fact that you have to overcome the score?
No, it's one goal at a time for us. We don't feel any pressure with the score being 1-0. It's a couple of flow plays and then to beat us coming home now. So for us, we're going to take it one goal at a time. We just got to make sure we don't concede and keep the sheet. And the game's really, really long. So we're not putting any pressure on ourselves to get a goal early or whatever it may be. It's taking minute by minute, moment by moment. And we're going to have chances and we just got to wear it tomorrow. And we'll look at the top.
Sergio, follow?
Yeah. There was a lot of talk about leadership and communication, and obviously the fact that you were missing with your Canadian speed was a key factor on that. How do you foresee your core to make sure that everyone's focused, keep their head still, and do what Marco is asking you to do, even if sometimes the scenario of the game is not really in your favor, but you have switch plates to do.
That's a good question. I think obviously when the results aren't going your way, it's easy to let things go or really not to do the proper things. But again, it's the most important time when we should be doing those things. If your character comes out, we'll do some games. So keeping even keel, not getting too high, not getting too low. If results are going our way, that's going to be a really important thing. And then winning isn't easy. It's really not easy. We come to work every day. We work hard. We try and work on the tactics that Marco's teaching us to the best of our abilities, and we try and perform on the pitch. And when results aren't happening, it's not easy. So just letting the guys know, keep doing the right things. Sooner or later, we're going to turn a point. And obviously, we're getting later and later in the season. No one wants to lose. Well, competitor grew up to win. So it's difficult at moments. You got to put that aside. You got to be standards high. So.
Michel Kalash, I'm asking the next question.
Joel, do you hear me?
Yes.
Maybe have they got creative or just saying the way he created the first half there's only acceptable. I think we're harder key. Can't remember what happened in that first half here. You change the game tomorrow, so we got all this again.
Yeah, I mean, from what I can remember, I think they were better on second balls for sure. They were better at battles. I felt like we were second best at everything. And at times you have to call it like you see it. And obviously I was on the pitch too, so I could have been part of that. So tomorrow it's going to be just starting with the basics. Like I said, the tactics come second. It's you going to want it more and our individual battles. And scoring first, winning our headers, and things that you guys probably hear every single day that are boring, but it's so important to the way we play, and I think important in football matches. So from what I can remember, obviously I like the past. It's all over a different day. We're gonna handle those this year training, and we'll focus on tomorrow. But from what I can remember, it was just we were second best at everything, and small. It can't be that way. Simple as that. So we're gonna be ready, and we're excited. It's a competition we want to win, so we're gonna be ready for it.
You too.
Thanks, guys.
All right. This is all questions we have. Thank you very much for your time.